Welcome to Dance Fit Biz Builders. I'm Orit, dancer, instructor, and proud owner of a thriving belly dance fitness business. And in this podcast, I'm giving it to you straight, sharing what it takes to kickstart and grow your dance and fitness business for the success you deserve. Whether you're a seasoned instructor, a passionate performer, or dreaming of turning your love for dance and fitness into a thriving career, you're in the right place. Lace up those sneakers and pull on those dance shoes and get ready for truth smacks, tips, and inspiration. Let's do this. Hey there, and welcome to episode 78 of the Dance Fit Biz Builders podcast. I'm Orit, your host. And before we dive in, I just wanted to let you know that today's episode is actually a repurposed webinar I did a little while back. This content is so valuable, and I know it's going to be super helpful for you here on the podcast too. So sit back, take notes if you want, and enjoy this special replay. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining. I hope you have some questions. I definitely have a lot of ideas, so make sure you have a pen and paper if you can. So let's start. Upselling is getting your student, your customer to make a higher price purchase for already a similar product that you offer that they would get more of in return, okay? So this higher price purchase should be like a no-brainer to them. I don't want you to feel like you're being sleazy, salesy, because we get upselled all the time and you probably don't even know it. What I have found has worked is explaining, like for example, if you're going to upsell somebody with a package of some sort, explaining them the value that they're getting from that package by saying, well, if you bought my class or product individually, this is how much it would cost versus the package. So that's why it's super important to show them the comparison of how much more they'll be getting from your upsell, from your package, okay? The whole idea of this upsell is that, to be honest with you guys, look, we're in business, right? You want money in your hands, right? That's one. Two, you want to get more people through the door. Right? And you want to start now by offering just a drop-in rate. You don't know if they're going to show up to your class next week, right? Right? You don't know. Whereas with a package, they buy a package of 5, 10, maybe even 6, a 6-week series. You know most likely that they're going to show up. So here's an example. Buy my 6-class series or a package, and you get a free hip scarf to come to class with. They're getting something. They're excited by this jingly jangle. They're going to bring it to the class that they bought, and they're going to be super excited. You're giving something. And then on top of that, you say that hip scarf is a $25 value. If you bought that on its own, it would cost you $25. And my class is a $15 drop-in rate versus $90 or $100 for that 6-week series or package. So show them the value that they're getting. We're going to get into some upselling ideas right now. When to upsell? You want to upsell to a customer when they're happy, right? Duh, of course. Never to a frustrated, angry customer. So you want to make sure that they are super happy with the experience that you just gave them or they just had, right? Okay, so when is that? Usually that is right after you taught. They've got the adrenaline going. They got a nice flush. They're grabbing their water. They're talking to their gals or their guys, right? And they're happy and they're smiling. That is a perfect time to upsell. Now let's talk about some ideas now. Various ideas, and all these are examples. Think about what would work for you, your clientele, and where you are from. Because every culture They have a spending sort of, there's a trend there. There's a buying culture in each city, right? Okay. I know for me in New York City, or even here in Philly, it's like they want everything for less money. How much can you give me for little? All right. So we're going to talk about that. All right. Easy ideas that you can come into your belly dance classes, come in with a 20% coupon. Easy to make. On Canva, if you have a free account. If you don't, go get one, please. Or if you don't, go on a doc, a Google Doc, a Microsoft document. Create like 6 sections, 20% off my next Sharkey belly dance class. If you have a website, a landing page where you can get money, you have a PayPal link on there, or you're able to use a coupon code on there, great, super professional. If not, it's okay. Put your Venmo or your PayPal link right on the flyer with the discounted rate already on it. Cool? Maybe set a time limit on there by this date. Okay, that's a super easy way to upsell. Another super easy way is, this always works with me, buy 1 drop-in class, get 2 for free. 2 for free. What? Why? Because by the 3rd class, they're going to be hooked. I promise. You want to get them in by 3, hopefully 3. I guarantee they're going to pay for your classes after that. Next idea. If you have a package like 5 or 10 class package, add a hip scarf for free. Why not? Again, they like to come with their jingly janglies, yeah? It's cute, it's fun, and it's something for them to use. And they're getting it for free. Now let's talk about a series versus a package. For those people who liked themed ideas, or even for those people who like to have their year of teaching organized, I have found personally 6-week series really work. Here's why. Because you always start at the beginning of a month, you go into 2 weeks to the next month, and then you've got a 2-week break. That 2-week break is your time to think about your next theme, and it's just a break. And it feels like you've got closure, and now you're resetting for a fresh start for the new series of the next month. So it's great for themed belly dance classes, a choreography series, a series where we're just working on drills, a series where we're working on just Egyptian, a series are just on Turkish. Sharkey, you can put themes in. Sharkey, you can do leg series, arm series, core series, dance to just popular music, to Latin music, whatever. All right, here's another idea. Again, I'm talking about value, letting them know what they're getting for the price. So let's say your drop-in rate is $20 per class, right? And you're offering 6 weeks for $90, let's say. That only makes it $15 per class, and that's a 25% discount. Wouldn't you want to do that? Wouldn't you want to buy that for only $15 a class? So show them the value that they're getting in these packages. Now I'd like to talk about free product ideas to bundle. Here's another option to upsell with a free product idea. We talked about this. Add a free hip scarf. Okay? Another one is add a free Sharkey album. So now that they can go home and practice on their own. You could do a free private with you. You could do a free Sharkey party or a belly dance party. Well, you could even not free. You get 50% off my Sharkey party. Let's say your Sharkey parties are $150 to $200. 50%? Damn good. Especially if someone has a bridal shower they need to plan, a baby shower, an engagement party, a corporate event. Yeah? The next upselling idea is a tiered method idea. I'm sure you've heard this. When you walk into a fast food, they say, you want fries with that, right? Or you're walking into the movie theater. Have you noticed their combo drink, candy, popcorn tier? They've got the small one, they've got the regular size, and they've got the jumbo, right? All right, so let's talk about that. So in Sharkey, we have that. We have the recording pass, we've got the fitness pass, and we've got the studio pass. You want most of the time everyone to go right for the middle, tier number 2, because that's going to be the no-brainer for people. You're going to get some people on the lower tier and very few on the higher tier. So you want to make the middle tier really juicy and enticing. So here's some examples. Tier 1, this is your small tier. A 5-class package for $60. That's only $12 a class versus your $20 drop-in rate. Tier number 2, a 10 class package for $100 plus a hip scarf. That now makes each class only $10 per class, plus that $25 value that they're getting in that hip scarf. And tier number 3, let's say, 20 class package for $180, plus that hip scarf, plus a private with you. That makes it $9 a class. Psst. Hey, you. Yeah, the one who's spending hours prepping for your classes and hoping students come back, and you're feeling like you're guessing your way through. Dude, I've been there. Guess what? It doesn't have to be that way. Inside the Sharkey Instructor Academy, I teach you how to lead with clarity, lead with confidence, and with a method that actually works for both you and your students. Less stress, better classes, and more income. Can I get an amen? Just go to sharkey.com/teach to learn more and join us. That's SHARQUI.com/teach. You also want to find out what women want. What are their goals? So a great way to find out about that is in the beginning of your classes. Maybe ask people, hey, what's your intention for this class today? Everyone's going to have a different intention. Some women are going to say, I just want fun. I just want to have fun. Some women are going to say, or men, it's going to say, I just want to really get a good cardio workout. Some are going to say, I kind of want to learn belly dance, the art form of belly dance. Cool. So by knowing that, that's going to help you tailor your upselling if you're really good on the fly to each person. Yeah. And the next upselling tactic is scarcity. Dude, this works with me all the time. Me as a customer, all the time. For me, what's like magic and music to my ears is if you're going to discount it even more, I'm there. I'm buying it. Okay. Not for everybody. Again, you've got to know what is the culture? What is the student culture where you are? What do they like? How do they like to buy? What moves them? Cool. For example, all right, folks, you love this class. Buy this package now, and I'm going to knock off $20 if you buy right now. Buy my package now, and you're going to get an extra free class. Buy my package now, and I'll add a hip scarf for you, listen, and a friend, too. Yeah? So now the whole goal here is, how is this upselling going to benefit you? You ultimately want to get more people into your classes. So a hip scarf, come on, whatever. So what? You're going to give away an extra hip scarf, but that could potentially mean another person in your class who's going to pay you another $100 in 2 weeks, right? Isn't that worth it? Totally worth it. Or buy my package now and get a free Sharkey party. Screw the private, because that's just with one person. A Sharkey party. Why? You're going to come into a place, or they come to you. It's not going to be one person. It's going to be many people that you can grab and snag and get into your classes. That's the whole idea. How is it going to benefit you? You guys can teach in your sleep. Who cares? So it's a free party for 1 hour. Whoop. If you can get 5 people, new people into your classes, it was worth it. All right. So those are my upselling ideas. Any ideas that you are kind of confused about that I talked about?
Not that I'm confused, but I'm going to say 2 things that work here in Montreal.
Yeah.
Free class, anything with the word discount in it. And it can be 5%, it doesn't have to be like anything that has to do with discount, and bring a friend. I got more people into my classes with, you know what, Rita, I'm bringing a friend. More than I got, let's say, through my flyers. It was like,
Anybody have any fear around upselling?
Problem that I have had too, that the students, like, there's a kind of, like, you're talking about the culture. Here, the $15 is the culture. Like, when I tried to raise my prices to 20, the students were like, nope. But I retain all the money. I have their addresses. I have their emails. I pretty much run everything. I just pay them a flat rate for the space for the hour. So it kind of works because when I tried to do a drop in at 20, like the students revolted and they wouldn't.
What about
Pay.
what about $18 and a free scarf?
I could try it. But I think it's just because we have a very low income rate here. And I think for them, like
Oh,
15 was like literally the height of what they could afford, you know.
got
But
it.
it is
Well,
hard
that's
when the spaces raise their prices and things, and it's hard to upgrade because it's like they. But if you
right.
do add the incentives, I think that's a cool way to upsell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're still saying the price of the class is still actually it's a little bit less, and you're getting something for it. You're just paying a little bit more. It's like wholesale, basically. Yeah, yeah.
So Carolyn, what about offering them a package, a 5 or 6 class
Yes,
package,
that
and
would
take
work.
and take it down to $12. It ends up
Right,
being $12 less.
right. Because they're paying extra, and you just take the rent of the space out of that whole. Yeah, and that
And you get it
it
up
works.
front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and upfront is
Try that.
good. I think it'll. I
It's
think
great.
that is actually would work. I was going to ask about a way to get around that whole like $15 ceiling, but you explained it perfectly. Like if you add an incentive and add like the price is less for buying in bulk. We did that with people at the Barroom studio where I used to work, and it works really well. Where it's like, this is your drop-in rate, but if you buy a package, a 5 package, a 10 package, a year-long package, or whatever it is that they purchase, then they end up paying less per class because they're buying up front, and it's.
And not only is that the price is less, but for you get started on your community to start growing your community mainly because then you'll know you'll get guaranteed students every week as opposed to maybe drop-ins, you know?
And I
So,
like the series. I like the series idea because
mhm.
that seems to be a popular thing, and it helps you. I think it's good for the planning. Like you said, it helps it. So, like, well, if this isn't your favorite, in another, 6 weeks or whatever it is, we're going to do something different, a little bit different.
Right.
And so it keeps it fresh and
Exactly.
exciting.
Right. And they have something to look forward to, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, Carolyn.
Yeah.
Just tell me what struck you that you might consider using end of your classes to upsell. What struck you from these ideas?
If you come to the free class, you get a 5% discount on the session. If you register today, you can get a discount. Otherwise,
Right.
it's regular price. I think for me, for this type of clientele in Montreal, would be the most catchy. I was thinking of doing 5%, like if you register today, and 10% if you bring a friend.
Oh, I like that. What do you guys think?
Like it's still enough to cover the renting expenses, let's say, of the studio. And that studio has us pay like per month, not like for the whole 8 weeks. So you have a chance to cancel after 4 weeks. And I was thinking of doing that, of writing that like you register for the session, you get a 5%, bring a friend, 10%, not more than 10%, because there's other expenses. And for me, what worked, starting being a Sharky instructor, changing locations and changing studios. It was in
Okay.
a more concentrated area in downtown Montreal. And people are, either shopping. It's a busy street, St. Catherine, or the universities are there. And one girl had told me, like, she saw it advertised on Meetup, and she said, it's close to like the university. I can come right after the university. It's perfect for me. It's 5 minutes away from the metro. If there's a studio that's next to a metro, it really makes a difference. There's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of construction. Montreal is under I don't know where it is sometimes, like there's orange cones everywhere. So those are the things that for me I work, changing studios that they have all the equipment, like in case you need to change your phone, you don't need to worry about that little adapter that you have like for the iPhone and everything. They have chargers, they have everything structured, Squarespace. You take care of your clientele, they pay you. And the downtown core.
Great. Awesome. You know your peeps for sure. So, guys, I think it's super important, though, after your classes, you must get their email. but make sure there's a, like, you let them know that by giving me your email, you will be put into an email list for a newsletter or whatever. Okay. Because here's where I'm going with this, because just want to talk about the whole scarcity tactic of upselling. So you can upsell, you can say, if you buy now, you get $20 off, for example, right? But I'll extend this discount for another 24 hours. Yeah. And I will email you the discount, but it's not going to be $20 off. It's then only going to be $10 off if you buy it tomorrow. And I'll email you my Venmo in the email, whatever. That's if you get their contact info. Or they can contact you. That's another way. You give them your card, you give them your email. So scarcity by buying now, and then by buying 24 hours later. Maybe 2 different prices, if that's something you can handle.
Sorry, a popular thing in our area, everybody likes buy one, get one half off. So I did a 6-week session where you buy your 6-week session and bring a friend and they get it for half price. So what you do is you combine it and you get 2 and they each get 25% off. By 6 weeks, either they both come or the gung-ho one drops out and the friend they brought stays.
And do you allow them to get these discounts multiple times in, consecutive times?
The gung-ho is only a one-time thing.
Gotcha.
That gets them through the door. After that, you buy 6 weeks and it's cheaper than coming every week.
All right, then. Well, thank you guys so much for joining this upselling, get together. And please, hit us up if you have any questions, as usual. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Facebook. Thanks for joining in. Awesome.